Hi, it's Tim Hagen from Progress Coaching. I'm very casual. I'm about to go on vacation and I just got a request for a speaking engagement. And someone said, "Do you talk about AI in coaching?" I'm like, "Yeah, we build AI coaching tools." And it's really interesting because I think what it's conjuring up is so many challenges are taking place right now with AI. Where does it fit in our workplace? In my world, how does it affect coaching? How does it deliver coaching? How does it support the delivery of coaching? I think there's a couple things fundamentally that we have to talk about. When we think about employees getting coached, there's a couple of nuances in place, right? Leaders will typically, for 30 years, say, "I just don't have time. I'm just so busy." And I get it. Yet it's a mask, I think, for the most part, for most people, and that's been my experience after 32 years. Most people will say, I don't know what to I don't have time, when the real reason is they don't know what to do or say. Okay. So with that being said, if 85% of people, according to Tasha Yerk, and again, I cite her book all the time, significantly lack self-awareness, how's an AI tool going to have people running to it saying, "I need coaching. I've got some issues. I need some help." So if you combine that with leaders who say, "I don't have time," when they really don't know what to do or say, which is our strategy, how to make it easy for leaders to coach. And then you have employees who lack self awareness. AI is not going to solve that. Now it provides great opportunities for learning, prepping for coaching, all those good things, and even coaching. So it's going to be very eclectic here the next couple of years of where AI not only fits into the workplace, but fits into coaching. Let me give you another example. I was talking to somebody in a totally different industry, and that she made this comment. I don't know if I agree with it. And I have a business partner who's an accountant. She goes, "I'm looking at AI tools doing accounting right now." She goes, "Are we even going to have accountants?" And what do? We go to this manic generalization of, "Oh my gosh, everyone's going to lose their job." It's going to change things dramatically. Now, let me circle back to the foundations. That's going to conjure up conversations. An employee going to a boss saying, "Is AI going to replace me? Am I okay?" It's going to make employees, whether they like it or not, look in that mirror and say, "I got to change. I got to navigate. I got to adapt." You know, my wife, who's the biggest creature of habit, and when the pandemic hit, I remember she said for years, "I will never see a patient virtually." Guess what she did for about 8 months straight? She saw patients virtually. She didn't have a choice. It forced change upon her. Last night, she and I were out for dinner and we're talking about some different things. And she said, "Man, when I was telling her about some of the stuff I was working on, and we don't talk work a lot." She said, "I'm hearing stuff about AI diagnosing like cancer cells and all this." I said, "Beth, it's changing the world. It's awesome. Yes, there's going to be disruption. Yes, people's jobs are going to change, but it's going to go at the core of people getting out of their comfort zone, looking in the mirror and saying, "I got to adapt, I got to change." And having leaders say, "I can help you change, I can help you adapt." AI can assist both parties, but it will not replace human based coaching. Can you imagine if you're in a staff meeting and somebody says, and they blurt something out and they talk over the CEO and they say some profanity laced, "This is dumb." Of course, we never have people do that, right? And the leader of that person is in the room. Would that person logistically go up to them and say, "Bob, I don't want to talk about it, but your behavior was deplorable. If you could go to Ernie, our AI agent, and kind of put in some prompts and ask him what you did wrong, that would be great, because I don't want to coach you." No, the leaders can feel the knee jerk reaction to do what? "Bob, we got to sit down and talk about your behavior in that meeting. I think you have an opportunity to turn things around and hopefully earn and regain some trust from the CEO." So logistically, AI and coaching and human-based coaching, they're going to find their way. Let me know your thoughts.